Hello and welcome to this episode of I Don't Know Jack About Parenting, where today I want to talk about the secret to teaching your kids manners.
So the big question is this: how are parents like us, who don't have a manual, who are doing the best we can, who feel as though we aren't enough, how are we going to raise healthy, happy children who we are proud of and still keep our sanity in that process? That's the question, and this podcast will give you the answers. My name is Ryan Roy, and welcome to I Don't Know Jack About Parenting, a podcast for parents who are being real with themselves.
Hello and welcome back to this episode of I Don't Know Jack About Parenting, where today I'm going to be talking about the secret to teaching your children good manners. So I'm going to lay it all out for you right here. It's as simple can get. Your children mimic your behavior. So guess what? Have good manners yourself. Not when you're just in public, or not just at the dinner table, or not when you think it's most appropriate, but always. And your children will mimic your behavior. And a whole reason I always like to tell you guys what makes me, think of these thoughts or these topics. The other day, about a week ago, I'm walking down the steps in the house, and I'm one of those guys that if I were to hold my sneeze, there's people out there that can hold their sneeze, and I don't know how they do it. And like somebody like, and I'm like, oh my gosh, my eardrums would blow out of my ears if I attempted to do that. I'm the guy, and my sneezes come up all of a sudden. I'm not like one of those, or I think I'm gonna sneeze. That stuff doesn't happen to me for whatever reason. I don't know how people control it. But when it happens to me, it's kind of like, achoo! And that was mild, just so you know. And I get it out. I make that sound. I make the achoo because they say it sounds like an achoo. When I do it, I just let her rip. And as I'm doing this the other day, I'm walking down the steps, and I sneeze so loudly, like I'm nervous that I'm going to fall down the steps, right? I grab onto the railings and stuff when this stuff happens to me. So as I say it, or as I sneeze, I hear from a distance, bless you. And it was so clear that I say to my wife, was that Christian or was that Jaden? She's like, that was Jaden. Jaden's the 2-year-old, guys. And I always stress on this one, because people would think 2, because some of the things this kid does amazes me, number one. So it's always like it's 2 years and 2 months. He's not like pushing 3. He just turned 2. So for him to yell, bless you, it's not because he's heard it once. He's heard it every time somebody sneezes in the house. Not only that, when he sneezed or sneezes, I go up to him and I say, hey, bless you. And I have a conversation with him about when someone else sneezes, you say, bless you. And he also says things like, thank you, unprompted, which his brother still got to be prompted at 8, so don't but he also says, please, because every time he wants something, whether it's a bottle or a bobo or a snack, always says, what are you saying? He said, please, and he gets it. And sometimes he'll say thank you unprompted, but most times still it's, what do you say? Thank you. But when it comes unprompted, or in an area that you're not expecting as a parent, it's because they're mimicking your behavior. So when my son uses somebody else's name, like he did the other day, I think I did it in yesterday's episode or the day before's, when he uses somebody's name when he says goodbye, he just didn't say bye-bye. He said, Bye-bye, Peter, as we were leaving Thanksgiving, because he hears us say goodbye and use somebody's name. Because a name is most people's favorite sound. We all hear our name no matter where we are. If somebody else calls our name and then they're calling somebody else, we look. It's our name. See, I don't know jack about parenting. I just know if you want your kids to be a certain way, you probably should be that way yourself. So if you want them to have manners, you should have manners yourself. We'll see you in the next episode.
Do you want to be the dad you wish you had? If so, go get my free book, Be the Dad You Wish You Had, at BeTheDadYouWishYouHad.com. Inside, you'll find my most effective 40 tips to quickly and easily transform yourself into the ideal dad. Go to BeTheDadYouWishYouHad.com now and get it while it's free.